Hi, I'm Shannon McGee, franchise owner with NIA here in Nashville and the surrounding areas, as well as nationwide. And today I have Robert Lewis with Rook Strategy. Thanks for joining me today, Robert.
Yeah, Shannon, thanks for having me.
So tell me a little bit about your story. What led you to, creating Rook Strategy and how long have you been doing this?
Yeah, so for the past 10 years, my wife and I have been in the small business space. What started as an adoption fundraiser for our first three children grew and steamrolled into a much more heavily involved business than we ever dreamed. And so we decided to go all in and start the family business. And so I left my corporate job to run the business. We didn't have an entrepreneurial background. We learned it all the hard way and made all the mistakes and have all the bumps and bruises to show for it, but so fell in love with the entrepreneurial journey, what it afforded us as far as lifestyle and control and the freedom to be in and around our family and working with each other, and really found a passion for other people that were pursuing similar journeys. So we were in the women's accessory and lifestyle space, but we met screen printers and vendors and partners and all people on different journeys, and all had a shared camaraderie of entrepreneurship, and really fell in love with the ability to help them on that journey, to help them be more successful, either emotionally, mentally, financially, be able to build those systems out for others. And so, with nearly a decade of that small business owner experience, really took that as a pivot point to say, hey, I would love to do all of the lessons that I've learned over a decade of doing this for my own business. I'd like to help others do the same. And so launched Rook Strategy in order to help business owners get the clarity they need around managing themselves, managing others, managing their businesses, so that they could enjoy the lifestyle that having a lifestyle business affords them, and then be able to scale that to reach their goals, whatever those are. And so I have some clients that their goal is to just have a cash flow positive company that's a family legacy that they want to leave. I have others that are on a 5-year vision to where they want to scale and grow and have an exit scenario where they get bought or acquired. And so really helping business owners accomplish what are their goals. That's my goal.
I love that. I love this passion to help others, right? To be able
Yeah.
to kind of shorten that cycle to success. And with that, share with me maybe some of the results you've seen when you're working with some of your clients or a story.
Yeah, absolutely. So often I find that being a business owner can be a lonely job. They can't share the unique stresses and pressures with their team, and also their natural friend group or their family may not be entrepreneurs, and so they may not understand those dynamics. And so I had a client that I began working with 2 summers ago, and he'd been running the business for 10 years, and in the previous 7 years he had not taken a full week vacation. So taking some long weekends, taking a few days off, but was so afraid of what would happen if he took a full week off. And so we really dove in there and we examined that there were some systems lacking. There was a lack of trust in his management layer and his staff, that he was so afraid of what might happen if he left. And so we worked into a position where he felt confident to take a week off. We really worked over a period of months. He took a week off, and lo and behold, we found that his team rose to the challenge. Yes, we uncovered some things that needed to be corrected and some mistakes happened, but the business survived. And so since then, he's taken 4 or 5 trips. He's been able to go overseas on an extended trip with his wife and oldest son. And so his experience of being a business owner has radically changed because he was able to put the systems in place to let his team rise to the challenge and let them actually be the managers and operators, and let him be the business owner. And so that's one of my favorite stories that I think about. I have another client who what made the transition from solo entrepreneur, and the technician was so good at their craft that they got so busy that they just turned around and hired 2 or 3 people to help them. And then they turned around and they've got a huge studio space and lots of clients, but they had no systems. They didn't know how to have a one-on-one. They didn't know how to hire. They didn't know how to onboard. They were a business only because they themselves were successful. And so being able to help them really get a business plan and an operating procedure in place so that everyone knows what's expected of them when they come to work every day, rather than his employees showing up and staring at him and saying, what are we doing today? And so again, that now frees him up to go drive the revenue to build the business that he wanted, rather than having just a really demanding job every day.
I love that because with clients I've worked with in the past, there's kind of a lot of times the small business owner's mindset is all you have to do is hire the people. They should just do
Right.
their job and don't understand that you need to put these systems in place. You need to empower them. But more importantly, if you don't, a lot of people, you are the business. Like people see you as the business, you're tied to the business. That's why you feel you can't take a break. But if you hit that point, you want to transition and sell the business, it's really a challenge too. So you have to plan and scale so that it's not all you. And I'm sure the stories you just shared are going to resonate with people. The not taking, entrepreneurs not taking vacations, maybe not trusting their folks. But the part that speaks to me is that when you empower your employees to step up to the challenge and learn and do more, it's really this just beautiful experience that you can have instead of carrying all this stress and pressure. So I'm sure, that, as I said, it probably resonates with some folks. So, Robert, if someone wanted to get a hold of you, what's the best way to reach you?
Yeah, rookstrategy.com is a great place where you could learn more about what I do, or reach out through email, robert@rookstrategy.com.
Great. Thanks for joining me today.
Yeah, thanks, Shannon.